When NASA recovers a spacecraft, they bring an aircraft carrier. When we go out on recovery, we bring our boots. Sometimes we can be out there for 3 days, walking 10 to 14 hours a day to do recovery up in the mountains and Sierras. Now we're upping the game a little bit with 2 donated Chinese ATVs. Now, these ATVs sat out in a field for several years, so they ended up needing a lot of TLC before we could get them going. So we're going to do just a walkthrough to show you how we did that. This is a Chinese Tao Tao 150cc ATV. This is what it looked like new. This is how it looked after we got all the weeds out of it. After we got it cleaned up, the first thing we did was remove all the plastic so we can get at it. This is the brand new wiring harness already installed. The existing wiring harness was a mess. Wires were broken, rusted, and some of them were rotted out completely. And also some of the electrical components didn't look so good either. So I decided just to replace them all. This is the wiring harness kit. It includes not only the wiring harness, but the coil, the regulator, the computer, the stator, the throttle, the key, and the ignition. Really, this is the entire electrical system with the exception of the starter motor and the lights. The whole thing was $75. Totally worth it. All the hoses had to go. About 3 feet of hose will replace all the fuel and vacuum lines. I just pulled one off at a time and cut the new ones to fit. I'm not an engine guy. I just did that over and over again until every hose I could find was new. I tried cleaning out the carburetor, but the old gas had turned into this hardened glue mess throughout the whole thing. I gave up and replaced it with a brand new $30 carburetor. It's just 2 bolts and you're done. I didn't forget to change the oil. The oil drain is right under the dipstick. I spent about an hour looking for the oil filter before finding out it doesn't have one. This means changing the oil frequently is on the to-do list. We entirely replaced the forward drum brakes and the back hydraulic brake. There are still some odds and ends left to do. We're leaving most of the plastic off. We painted the gas tank and the carrying racks with anti-rust paint. We used white because our recovery operations are out in the desert, and it's usually well over 100 degrees out there. We ended up spending about $400 total to restore both ATVs. We're not racing them or trying to make them look pretty. They just need to be reliable, slow crawlers for out in the desert. Now this one just has a few more things to go before it's ready to hit the field. We're calling it the Star Scavenger, after Star Wars: The Freemaker Adventures. Now we've started in on the second one. We're calling that the Star Seeker, after the spaceship in Buck Rogers. I've put the ATV model specifics in the description. Now, when we get these out into the field in the next few weeks, I'm going to put together another video so you can see them in action on recovery. So be sure to hit subscribe so you'll know when that video comes out. Thank you for watching.